Hey, welcome back to another edition of Picks for Sticks as the inevitable is happening as we are transitioning slowly into more and more of a craps, dice setting, dice shooting show with me blending a couple different things that I consider fancy living into the same show. But I sent out an email this morning to those of you not necessarily watching these shows in order. This is April 9th. It is approaching 2 p.m., a little bit before. And so I sent out an email this morning with a pick. We're looking at the first half of the San Diego Padres tonight. That's what we like. They're in Arizona. First half minus a half. You'll have to subscribe to picksforsticks@gmail.com in order to get those emails regularly. Anyway, I was up early. I went to Driggs and I got a coffee because I'm now in a step challenge through my place of employment. And you may not know this about me, but I'm a professional step collector. Let me explain what that means. I gain 25,000 steps a day on average. 23 to 27 is about my sweet spot. And if you really don't know about getting steps, 10,000 is the suggested daily allotment. And if you have never really tried, it takes years to learn the perfect stepping technique. And I've invested a lot in my feet, pretty much my feet. And right now, my toenails are so long and sharp, which is probably the exact opposite of what you would think they should be when you're trying to get in a lot of steps. But the contrarian perspective is really essential to understand. I mean, they're like fucking weapons. Last night, I'm laying in bed, just stretched out and just stabbed my wife as she screams, "What the fuck?" I mean, there's some blood and, but you know what? They're fucking daggers, but they have to be because you have to claw into those shoes as you're moving, covering ground. So we put some antiseptic on her. We wrapped up her wound, and she should wear fucking boots to bed. She usually wears these Doc Marten things. Just wear them to fucking bed. I mean, you have to protect yourself. Anyway, I got the coffee, and the lady fills up the coffee, and she turns to me, and she says, "We're out of the dark roast," which is my personal favorite, the dark roast. She says, "We're out of the dark roast, and we're gonna have to do a new batch." So, okay, well, how long does that take? She says, "Well, we're kind of busy, so it'll be about a half hour." So, a half hour. I got steps I got to get in, and I said, "How much do you have to fill up?" And she shows me the cup. She brings it over, and it's like to here with the dark roast. I said, wait a minute. You want me to wait a half hour for you to go from here to here? And she says, "Well, I'd like to give you a full cup of coffee. I don't want to cheat you." Well, I appreciate the courtesy, but how about if you just give it a splash of the hazelnut? She says, "Sir, I don't think that's a very good idea." Oh, let's live a little. Give it a shot. She says, "Okay, it's your coffee," and she gives a little splash of hazelnut. This is why expertise matters. What the fuck do I know about blending different coffees? And she knew. I should have just followed her lead. She should always follow the lead of the expert. She put in just the splash from there to there of the hazelnut. My entire coffee tasted like hazelnut. It still does. Still, and this is like 3 hours later, I'm still sipping this because hazelnut. No two ways around it. Hazelnut. So clearly, I should have waited the half hour. Anyway, San Diego tonight, on the road, -1/2. Subscribe to this. Hit the like button, and this evening I'm gonna try to do another show. I want to try to get to 2 shows a day. Isn't that absurd? Considering we have like 3 viewers, I think my goal is to see if I can get to 0 viewership. But maybe I can do like some live shows. Oh, I know the next date I'll be in Vegas is May 8th, Sunday, May 8th. And so got to work on the throw, Let's check the baseball scores in the afternoon. Some work email. All right. That was a good work email. It wasn't a hey, just more work, but it's a work email. So let's just check the quick slate here. I have a technique. I think 4 is a lucky number. So I go 1, 2, 3, 3. And then it's supposed to be a 4th is the 4. And then the results are good if you do it that way. So Seattle, Minnesota, 2-1. Seattle's up top of the 9th. Come on, Blue Jays. I put a secret bet on the Blue Jays because they're like -250. I don't want to send that out in an email. What an asshole. You found the -250 game and you sent that to us. We could do that on our own. So I'm kind of rooting for the Jays here, but it's secret because I don't want to give out the -250. Red Sox up 2-0. Miami, San Francisco are tied at 0. Okay, that's our update. The Padre game, they're they have 5-10 tonight. Looking for Musgrove. Musgrove, that's what I call him. Must be grooving tonight. All right. What do you think about Syndergaard going for the Angels? Or is that sucker bet against Verlander? I don't know. Or is Verlander the sucker bet? Anyway, we're obviously about 45 minutes into this show already. My hazelnut variety. How much more can you even be in here? And it's all hazelnut. Unbelievable. And anyway, I'm at 8,600 steps, so I got a lot more to get in. And I'm going to tell you tonight on the Late Show about my theory about parking lots. They're the secret. Parking lots are the secret. So let's try to get in some practice. And I've been working. You see the camera behind me? I'm experimenting with different camera angles, and I don't know how you get it all, but this is a work in progress. So I'm gonna try to switch camera angles. If you've got vertigo, look away, and I'll tell you when is a good time to turn back in to the video. So look away now if you got vertigo, because this is gonna be shifting all over the place. Look away now. Okay, don't look back. Setting this up. I've got a light over here that I think is gonna work. It's still not set up perfectly, but I think if I move this back here, you get a better sense of things. So we'll do just one practice session on camera. If you recall how I do it, I try to really do the all tall, all small, and I go for the all or nothing. The bonus, trying to set, not trying to work on any kind of gambling strategies at the moment. So we got the dice flow. The dice come to you. You pick a couple dice. You got to have a pass line bet to play. So, hey, hi everybody. So you won't be able to see me toss, but I'll try to describe how things are going. I'm still kind of nervous here trying to do this and manage the equipment. So I don't expect my throw to be very, very don't expect it to be on point. Let's just say that. I'm trying to do too many different things. My concentration is off. But I do want to see how this kind of works with the spotlight. All right, time to practice. Let's see here. So parking lots are incredible areas to get steps. You see, oh, terrible throw. They should never bounce off the, see, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about trying to do multiple things here. I can't actually get to the die that fell off because I got cords in the way, but let's just try this all again. It's a 5-1 set. Can you see that perhaps? That helps. So hard wave set, 5-1. I love looking at the hard 10. The hard 10 right there. Throw out a hard 10 for the dealers. Anyway, here's the first throw. That's just a little off, doesn't feel right. That's a hard 8. Every time you throw a hard number with that set, it really is indicative that you kept the dice on axis. I don't know if you're seeing the numbers. That this is going to have to be something I work on. I've got it lit up back here now. Anyway, that's an 8. I'm going to mark the 8 over there. I'm going to set up again on 5-1 set, and I'll work on trying to figure out how to get more of a zoom into the back area so you can see that. Notice the grip. You take the die like this, like such, and it's really, you're just trying to use the fingers here to keep it on axis. You want to keep your elbow, from the elbow to the wrist, absolutely straight, as like a pendulum, a soft pendulum. You can bend going back, but then make sure it's straight through. And you got to get your distance down, your landing zone. I'm trying to land them right in here, one bounce and down. So we've got an 8. 8 would be the point if we were shooting at a casino, and that felt good. It's an 11, so the 11 is here, and now we got an 8 and 11. They may tell you, based on the way this die bounced, sir, hit the back wall, please. But the first time you do it, they're not gonna give you a hard time about that. Just don't do it often, and never touch the dice with 2 hands. They will they'll say they'll put the dice down. That you're gonna be one-handed, which is why I got my boost yesterday in the left hand. So next throw, we got a 5, an 8, and an 11 so far. The light falls, but it's a good throw. That's a 6-3-9. We work on a shoestring budget here. Did I mention that? It's a 6-3-9. So I will mark the 9. Bring the dice back. Let's say gotta stick with the 5-1 set here. We're picking off those tall numbers, an 8, 9, 11. We need a 10. And those dealers, remember, they're sitting on the hard 10 bet we made for them. So they're rooting for us. It's an interesting throw because it spun. And it hit the table here, went right off axis, hit the wall over here, and came up a 6-1-7. So we're out. We had no collections. We lost the full wager, and I'm gonna keep working on the lighting and keep working on the comfortability factor. I'm gonna change the view again. So this is already very high tech for me that I've got 2 different cameras that I'm working with. So of course my concentration isn't good enough with the throw yet, but I don't give a fuck about that. I just got in 4 practice throws under pressure. 4 practice throws under pressure. That shit matters. Anyway, we'll be back. We'll be back tonight. Maybe I'll have a dark roast coffee and we'll see where my steps are. Thank you, everybody. Maybe some more plays coming your way this early evening, but you got to be on the email. Picks for sticks, 4 at gmail.com. Subscribe. You know, since we started season 3, we have 0 new viewers. Don't you want to, or 0 new subscriptions? You want to be the first subscriber to season 3? I think we still got some memorabilia left over from season 1. Send it your way. Why not? Thank you. Much love, everybody.